off me, man. Stop that shit, man. Get off me, man. Get the fuck. Go off me, man.
Police received a call reporting a man suspected of stealing multiple packages in the area. Witnesses said he was near a building across the street and was traveling on a scooter, but it appeared to be out of battery and couldn't move quickly.
Still over there? He went that way, turned right at that building, that road there.
On Blaine?
Yep. And from what I can tell, the scooter is dead.
Okay.
So he's like...
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
he should be moving very fast.
All right, cool. I'll go check on him. Thank you.
The officers quickly moved closer and approached the man identified as Otis to question him about the reported incidents. They kept a close watch on his every movement as they closed the distance, remaining cautious due to the nature of the call.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just a bus stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I ain't with them.
We're not here to hem you up. We're just here to, we get a call, we got to respond. You know how that goes. Well, you can't leave yet, so hold on. Just got to make sure you don't got any warrants.
No, I ain't got no warrants, man. I'm
Well,
cool.
look it.
I'm not saying where I
Listen,
y'all
you
call
keep trying to walk away.
but y'all call
We're trying to be cool, aren't we, Otis?
Yeah, but I ain't did nothing. Y'all called for some
I didn't call. They called. We're just doing our job,
crazy
okay?
stuff about my scooter, man.
No, it's not. Has nothing to do with your scooter.
They said what they said
They said that you were in the store and that
wasn't
they
in the
have
store.
issues for you and they wanted us to check on you.
I wasn't in the store, so I've had issues. If I wasn't in the store, I was at the bus stop.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was at the bus stop, so that's not in the store. That's nowhere near the store.
I agree. You're not in the store if that's where you
That's
in fact
crazy.
were
I'm
at.
not going for that, man. You know what I'm saying?
However, when the officers asked Otis to stay a little longer to verify the information, his attitude began to change noticeably. He became visibly irritated. When informed that he still needed to remain for further clarification, his frustration quickly escalated into tension. Otis felt that he was being bothered unfairly and didn't hide his annoyance in the way he spoke, causing the atmosphere at the scene to grow increasingly
I'm
tense.
not putting my back. I ain't getting shit.
Stop. Don't touch me, man. Stop that shit, man. Get off me, man. Get the fuck. Go off me, man.
Put your hands behind your back.
I ain't did shit.
The situation quickly spiraled out of control when Otis suddenly turned and tried to flee. After multiple commands to stop were ignored, the officers were forced to deploy a taser to subdue him. Even after being restrained on the ground, Otis continued to deny any wrongdoing, insisting that he had done nothing wrong, which only made the situation more tense and complicated.
You're going to get another one. When I tell you you're not free to leave, that doesn't mean run away. So now you're going to get obstructing. Pull your arm out, Otis, or you're going to get it again.
Call the federal government, man. After police can't get arrested.
24, I'm back in line.
She says
So
you're
did
detained,
you
you're
have
detained, bro.
any info?
After fully subduing the suspect, the officers quickly proceeded to conduct a search in accordance with proper procedures. They carefully checked every detail to ensure he was not carrying any weapons or dangerous items that could pose a risk. Throughout the process, the officers maintained strict control of the situation, ensuring the safety of everyone at the scene while continuing to gather necessary information for the investigation.
Otis wanted to run from us. We were just trying to have
I didn't run
a
from you guys.
conversation. Besides where you got tased, are you hurting at all anywhere, Otis?
I wouldn't pull him much more.
Otis, why'd you run, man?
I just ran. I told you. I'm not going to run from you guys.
You definitely took off running, bro.
No, I didn't take off running.
Now look, it's going to be on camera. You took off running. I'm just asking you why.
Otis continued to insist that he had done nothing wrong, claiming that he only tried to leave because he believed he was not being detained or violating any laws. However, the entire incident was clearly captured by the officers' body cameras. The footage showed that Otis not only attempted to flee the scene after being told to stop, but also resisted while being subdued.
Y'all really need to have the federal government to say that y'all arrested me so they can tell y'all about me.
Looks like you had a few warrants. Is that why you ran?
Yeah, the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you for the law.
The officer then clearly read out the charges against Otis, including his earlier actions of resisting law enforcement. In addition, during the verification process, they discovered that Otis had multiple outstanding warrants. This provided sufficient legal grounds for the officers to place him under arrest on the spot.
Ask you about why you ran.
You put your hands on me.
Shortly after, Otis was taken to the station for further questioning and investigation. There, he will have to face not only his actions and behavior during this incident, but also the previous charges tied to his outstanding warrants. With multiple aggravating factors such as resisting, fleeing, and prior offenses, Otis is likely facing serious legal consequences. In your opinion, what kind of sentence could he be looking at?